Welcome back to Apple Insider. Today we're diving deep into one of the most interesting flagship smartphones on the market, the Sony Xperia. Sony has always stood out in the smartphone world by taking a slightly different path compared to Samsung, Apple, or Google, and this latest Xperia continues that tradition. If you've ever wanted a phone that feels like a true tool for creators, filmmakers, and tech lovers who appreciate precision, then this is a device that deserves your attention. In this review we'll be looking at every aspect of the Xperia experience, and by the end you'll know if this phone is the perfect fit for your needs. Let's begin with number 1, design and build quality. Sony has always been known for a clean, minimalist approach, and the Xperia carries that forward beautifully. The design is tall and slender with sharp lines and a subtle matte finish that resists fingerprints. Unlike the curved displays and flashy builds of its competitors, this feels industrial, professional, and distinctly Sony. You immediately sense that the Xperia was designed with practicality in mind. It's lightweight yet solid, with Gorilla Glass protection on both front and back and a rigid aluminum frame that makes it feel extremely durable. The placement of the fingerprint sensor and dedicated camera shutter button on the side speaks to Sony's focus on usability. In a world where phones often chase trends, the Xperia's design is timeless, functional, and a clear nod to Sony's legacy in professional equipment. Number 2 is the display, and this is where Sony truly flexes its strength. The Xperia's display is a 4K HDR OLED panel, something no other mainstream flagship dares to offer. It's a tall 21:9 aspect ratio, which not only makes the phone look unique but also makes it excellent for cinematic content. Watching movies on this screen is like holding a miniature cinema in your hand. The colors are rich, blacks or inky, and brightness is high enough for outdoor use. What stands out most is the accuracy. Sony tunes its panels for creators, so you're not just getting vibrant colors, you're getting colors that match professional monitors. Whether you're editing photos, reviewing videos, or just scrolling social media, the display feels a class above. With high refresh rate support, scrolling is buttery smooth and gaming feels incredibly responsive. For people who value content consumption and creation, this display is easily one of the best in the industry. Number 3, performance. Inside, the Xperia packs the latest flagship Snapdragon processor paired with ample RAM and fast storage. Day-to-day performance is flawless, with apps opening instantly, multitasking handled with ease, and demanding tasks like video rendering running smoothly. Gamers will particularly appreciate the heat management. Sony includes clever cooling solutions to ensure sustained performance without the thermal throttling that plagues many other flagships. Pair that with customizable performance modes that let you tune the balance between battery life and raw power, and you have a phone that doesn't just perform well out of the box, but adapts to your needs. This makes the Xperia a powerhouse not only for regular users but also for professionals who push their devices to the limit. Now number 4, the camera system, and this is arguably the most exciting part of the Xperia. Unlike most smartphones that try to oversimplify with heavy processing, Sony gives you full control. The camera hardware itself is outstanding, with large sensors co-developed with Sony's Alpha camera division, fast lenses, and advanced autofocus. But the real magic is in the software. Sony provides a full suite of professional apps like Photography Pro and Cinema Pro, which let you control ISO, shutter speed, white balance, focus, and more. This transforms the Xperia from a regular phone camera into a filmmaker's tool. You can shoot in true cinematic formats, adjust color profiles, and even pull focus manually while recording. For casual shooters, the automatic mode still delivers sharp, detailed, and natural-looking images without the oversaturated look of some rivals. Low-light performance is impressive, with bright, clean results and excellent dynamic range. The Xperia camera is not for everyone. It demands learning, but for those who value creative freedom, it's a game changer. Number 5 is battery life. The Xperia manages to strike a very good balance despite its powerful hardware and high-resolution display. Thanks to intelligent power management, the phone easily lasts through a full day of heavy use, and with lighter use it can stretch into the second day. Sony also prioritizes battery health over time, offering charging features that minimize wear and help the battery last longer across years of use. Fast charging support and wireless charging round out the experience, so you're never left waiting too long. While it may not have the absolute biggest battery numbers compared to some rivals, the Xperia delivers reliable endurance and thoughtful longevity, which makes it a smart choice for people who want a phone that holds up not just in a day, but over years. Number 6. Software and features. Sony keeps things close to stock Android, which means the interface is clean, fast, and free of unnecessary bloatware. At the same time, they layer on unique features that cater to professionals. The multi-window support takes full advantage of the tall 21:9 screen, letting you run two apps comfortably side by side. The side-sense gesture controls make navigation faster, and the integration with Sony's ecosystem, such as cameras, headphones, and PlayStation, adds extra value for people already invested in Sony products. Software updates are delivered in a timely manner, and Sony has been improving its track record in long-term support. The Xperia is a reminder that you don't need to overload Android with gimmicks when smart. Practical features make the experience more powerful. And finally, number 7, value for money. The Xperia is not a cheap phone. It sits firmly in the premium flagship segment, often priced higher than mainstream alternatives. But value is not only about the lowest cost, it's about what you get for the price. With the Xperia, you're paying for a unique package, one that delivers a 4K professional-grade display, pro-level camera tools, unmatched design identity, and long-term durability. For the average user who just wants a simple point-and-shoot phone, it may feel like overkill. But for creators, videographers, photographers, and anyone who values precision tools, the Xperia offers something no other smartphone does. In that sense, its value is in its uniqueness. So to wrap this up, the Sony Xperia is not trying to be just another smartphone. It's not chasing trends or trying to copy what's already popular. Instead, it's staying true to Sony's DNA, delivering a professional-grade device that empowers you to create, enjoy, and control your experience in ways few phones allow. The design is sleek and functional, the display is unmatched for content lovers, performance is strong and stable, the camera system is a filmmaker's dream, the battery is reliable with longevity in mind, the software is clean and practical, and the value comes from being truly one of a kind. This is a phone that might not be for everyone, but for the right audience it's an absolute gem. Here at Apple Insider, our conclusion is clear. If you are a creator, a professional, or simply someone who values control, quality, and precision in your smartphone, the Sony Xperia stands as one of the most rewarding devices you can own. It demands a little learning, it asks you to care about the details, but in return it gives you an experience that no other phone can. That's what makes it special, and that's why it earns our strong recommendation.